The NBA is a very interesting league because the hierarchy sometimes does get blurred, and superstar players at times do have a nice little leverage over the owners, especially Giannis at the time when Dame got traded there. The previous ownership group was scared about him not renewing his extension, while at the same time they were trying to sell the team. And I believe Giannis held it over their heads until they pulled that trigger and got Dame out of Portland. And again, Giannis is one of these stars that kind of came up in two different eras of the NBA. He is part of that player empowerment where guys like Anthony Davis forced their way out of LA. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant was running the show in Brooklyn. LeBron James, even though he is given sort of the face of this movement, when you really think about it, in Miami, Pat Riley is the one that ran the show. And that's where LeBron experienced the most success. There's been a lot of imitators since, and they have barely even gotten to the conference finals. But going back to Giannis, there is a culture that he is used to where he does share a bulk of the leverage over, I would say, the ownership group and just player personnel. Just peep his former teammate on the Bucks, Miles Turner, give some insight into how much power Giannis really has over the organization.
So Doc Rivers, he didn't find anybody ever. So guys were late all the time. Guys were, showing up to film whenever they wanted to show up. Guys were missing meetings. Like, it was one of the craziest things I personally ever experienced. But any other team I've been on, guys got fined. And there was a sense of order and a sense of understanding. So yeah, you're late to the plane, fine. You're late to treatment, fine. You're late to film, fine. But I personally did not experience that last year for the first time in my career. So we'll see what Taylor Jenkins does, our new coach. We literally, if the plane took off at 2:00, we weren't leaving until 4:30. I'm being so serious, bro. It was crazy, dog. Guys were an hour late to the plane. It got to the point where I knew not to show up until like an hour after they said the plane was taking off. It was crazy. But anyways, that's easy. Giannis is going to show up whenever he wants, really. I think that's kind of just came with the territory at that. And once I kind of saw what was going down, I was like, hey, man, shit, more power to you. They ain't going to find you. Shit, do what you do. Right. Except when we were going to Dallas. That's when I was like, all right, come on.
Now, Miles Turner was only his teammate for a year, so the loyalty is not necessarily there. And with some of that insight on the Giannis culture that happened in Milwaukee, a few of his teammates that are more loyal to him came to his rescue, but they kind of gave away the truth of what really goes on.
Can I be frank or no?
Yeah, absolutely. We want you to be frank.
A damn snitch. What? I've played on the Bucks. I've never seen Giannis late one time. I played for the Clippers with Doc Rivers. I played for the Bucks with Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers was a player in the past. He's very lenient, right? He's very lenient when it comes to practicing.
So Pat Bev, if you say Giannis has never been late, why would you call Miles Turner a snitch?
I don't hear people complaining then when they got days off, right? So to get on a platform and you discuss your head coach and you discuss your main player, and mind you, you're coming from a team where people really expected a lot more from Miles Turner. If I'm being honest, people expected a lot more from what he provided with the Bucks. So for him to go on a platform and kind of discuss personal things with a team and kind of not really look at self. What could I have done to be better? How many more shots I could have blocked? What was my 3-point percentages? How did I go from it being in the Eastern Conference to beating this team to playing with Giannis and we're not even making the playoffs, right? I think it's an issue there.
With Giannis, this is going to be very interesting to see if he brings this sort of culture in Miami, because how things are under Pat Riley with that Heat culture. There may be a clash right there. But check out Bobby Portis when he was even asked about Miles Turner's comments, and even he kind of dodged the truth.
He put everybody in a bad spot.
Definitely did. I didn't like that. It was a lot of media. Like my mom and one of my best friends had sent it to me like around like 3:30 p.m. Central Time, bro. And at the time, I looked at it and I said, I'm like, damn, like, all right, cool, like. But then I kept going back and looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like that shit is kind of bad. But I ain't think that shit was gonna blow up like it blew up.
Boy, he said Giannis was coming an hour, 2 hours late. What you mean, BP?
But I ain't think it was gonna go like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn, all these
That's Giannis.
All that crazy, like that shit went crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and then like it kind of put We ain't being leaders, like we ain't doing all this extra shit, but it ain't even like that for real. It just got kind of took out of context. Like you can ask, like, bro, literally we have the same 7 people at our airport that want us to sign things. Literally, we have the same 7 people. Like some teams might have 30 people, 40 people, but you know what I'm saying? We got these same dedicated 7 people that come want us to sign something every time we take off.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
Somebody
a team.
need to call one of them people right now and ask them who late. They gonna say nobody was late.
You notice what Bobby P did right there? None of those fans would even know what time the plane was even supposed to leave. They just know it was there. He did a nice cha-cha slide and never clarified whether it was true or not. And Giannis going into Miami, the politics are going to be very interesting, not only with Heat culture, possibly clashing with Giannis culture, but also the politics of Bam Adebayo's contract. And that situation behind the scenes has been boiling up for quite some time. The NBA now, if you have a co-star that's getting paid a little bit too much, it actually hinders teams from putting surrounding pieces around the star players. We've seen how Giannis dealt with that in Milwaukee while having Dame getting paid well over $50 million a year, and things didn't quite go the way they expected. Now he's walking into Miami in a very similar situation. Shit, Tyler Herro's not even a star himself, and he felt the pressure because the amount of money that Bam was getting paid, but not necessarily producing on the offensive end or just making things easier for everyone around him. And they got into a fight during Summer League.
MJ, this all stemmed from Tyler Herro's comments that leaked on social media critiquing Bam Adebayo. And Bam Adebayo on Friday morning at Resorts World Hotel at a practice court approached Tyler Herro about that. And they had a back and forth, and that culminated in Tyler Herro being struck in the face area. Both teams, the Heat and the Bucks, are aware of the situation. There is believed to be surveillance footage available to be reviewed as well, but at this point, no word on any investigation from the NBA. This is believed to be an off-court situation. Tyler Herro not pursuing any legal action as of right now, of course. And Tyler Herro and Bam Adebayo clearly have had some sort of falling out. Potentially began last season as teammates together. It was their 7th year together as teammates in Miami, but now Tyler Herro has moved on in a trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's now in Milwaukee, and my understanding is both Tyler Herro and Bam Adebayo here today on Monday want to move on from this situation, but obviously there was lingering effects from this throughout on Friday.
Again, Giannis is now walking into Miami where there's a lot of politics around Bam Adebayo's contract. As you can see, for those of you that are watching the visual version, he's going to be making well over $50 million a season. And when you add the addition of Giannis on the team with a pending extension that should be taking place in the very same offseason, it's going to complicate things in order to put enough decent pieces around these guys. That is the very same issue that took place in Milwaukee when Dame had arrived. But unlike the Milwaukee Bucks, the Miami Heat owner is not as deep-pocketed, and he is not going to hit or even touch that second apron. Right now, the NBA ecosystem is very interesting for stars because in a way now they're forced to kind of take pay cuts. Look at Jalen Brunson and Victor Wembanyama. That Giannis extension and how much he signs for is going to be very interesting. In today's league, when you sign the wrong guy to a mega extension and he can't quite live up or just have a crazy offensive impact on a team, it begins to make life harder for a lot of other players. And I do believe Tyler Herro was feeling that pressure, even though he was on what most teams would perceive a favorable contract. Just listen to how these two were really cool right before that Bam money started kicking in. For Bam Adebayo, I believe he was blindsided on some of the resentment that Tyler Herro had for him. And at some point, he is going to have to take a look at the behavioral patterns of Giannis. Remember, he got rid of Drew, Dame, and even with the Bucks just bending the knee to everything that he wanted, he still forced his way out. Just listen to how that resentment could really build up very quietly.
Who on the team will always have your back, no questions asked?
Who on the team will always have my back?
Like if a fight breaks out, who's coming to save you? Not save you, but be next to you. Who's one person though that's just
one person
come to the rescue?
Man, I'm gonna say T, just because we got the longest relationship.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Bam's an interesting player in today's league. Ever since he passed Kobe Bryant with that 80-plus point game, we've seen him get a lot of hate from NBA fans as well as many players, as a few of his teammates' DMs leaked out with a fan on Twitter, how he even went as far as providing graphs of Bam's lack of shooting in the mid-range. This shit gets crazy. But the fact that Herro went back and forth through Twitter DMs knowing that it's a possibility that the screenshots could leak, and it's bad. Let's check it out right here. Tyler Herro says a motherfucker's making $60 million, but they worried about me and what I do. And the fan says, Bam is a guy, please stop. And then Tyler Herro says, why are Heat fans so worried about me and what I do? But I'm not the best player on the team, right? And then the fan says, Bam does his job. He a top 5 defender and he gets 20 and 10. You the first nigga I need 25 and 10 out of. Damn, he sounds like he's gambling though. But Tyler Herro responded, you should get paid $60 million to be the top tier defender on some nights. I'm just wondering, since we talking. Damn. Herro's going in. Then the fan responded, I think it's because he performed on those playoff runs. Then Tyler Herro says, I didn't say any names. I'm just saying, should an elite defender be making $60 million a year? Answer that. If the shoe fits, it fits. Damn. Then the fan says, bro dropped 83. Tyler Herro then responds, says, okay, so why the fans so worried about Tyler and what Tyler does? I could post a pic right now and the fans are gonna go crazy. LOL. Then the fan responds, because Bam has shown if he's with a better player like Jimmy, we can go to the finals. Then Tyler Herro really responded right here. Buddy, if I'm healthy, they can't see me. Word to my mother. If I'm healthy, I'm the one who needs help. Who did Boston prioritize taking away when Jimmy got hurt? And we was the 8th seed. When I'm healthy, I need help, not the other guy. Word to my kids. Come on now, let's call a spade a spade. Damn, why would you say this in Twitter DMs? Come on. Oh, then Tyler continues, you lame as hell. You screenshotting now? Say no more, champ. And then the fan responded, hating on Bam is lame as hell. Niggas had to know the real hero. Yo, this is crazy. And then Tyler responded, it's okay, lame. You fanned out, like we said from the beginning. And then a little bit more back and forth. He's talking shit. Glad you're gone, Tyler, etc., etc. But that wasn't all of it. Tyler went even as far as to sending screenshots of just charts of guys who are bad shooters in the mid-range. And funny enough, not only Bam was on that list, but also Giannis. Once again, this shit's gonna get interesting in Miami. But check out right here, Shannon Sharp touched base on it. That nigga Shannon loved to get messy, I tell you that, boy.
Here, Herro posted a graphic showing Giannis and Bam have the lowest field goal on mid-range field goal attempt. Look at this.
Damn, Herro posted that?
In the DM.
Damn. Hey, the hate be real, don't it, man?
Yo, my man Joe Johnson is shocked. Former superstar of the Atlanta Hawks. He was like, if a motherfucker was talking shit about me, I'll knock his ass out. Joe Johnson's a big old country boy. I know he would be sick if his teammate was shitting on him like that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's gonna be real. They go in that locker room, you know, they look, I don't want to put it out there, but y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what's going on.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all do your own research. I ain't helping y'all.
Yeah.
Herro posted a graphic on his IG story. Damn. I mean, Bam.
Damn, I thought that shit was in a DM. He posted that in an IG story? Oh, yeah, he ain't fucking with Bam like that. Once again, in today's NBA, if you give out a large contract to a player that can't necessarily get buckets on his own or just make it easier for his teammates, there's a level of resentment that's going to build up because that pressure gets then spread out to the rest of the players. And you don't know how they're going to react, especially when they see guys cashing in $55 million checks a season.
Bam ain't trade you.
Damn.
You need to get mad at Riles. And plus, Riles upset that you every year at some point in time, you going to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know how Riley feel about that. Joe, you played for him. He hate that.
Hey, emotions high. Okay, Ocho. Emotions are high.
I can't get mad at the damn player.
Right. Nah, you can't.
What Bam? What Bam do?
I thought that was his dog. I thought that was his man's.
I thought so too.
I tell you what, Bam better watch his back because Giannis ain't no better. If that contract that he has is getting in the way of Giannis competing for a championship, it's definitely going to be an issue. Crazy enough, they interviewed Tyler Herro after the altercation. You know, ESPN got to try to get their clicks. And this is what he had to say.
It's all love. It's all love in Miami. You know, I've seen a couple of the guys and coaching staff, Chris Quinn, Spo, you know, the front office guys. We're all good in Miami, and it's just the opportunity for both sides to reset, get a fresh start, and we're both, you know, super happy for this.
Damn, Tyler got dapped up, man. His eye is kind of purple. I ain't gonna lie. But the recklessness on his part by just doing that on IG stories and through a Twitter DM, it shows you that he didn't give a fuck. So yeah, he should have been ready to squabble. But it is what it is. Pat Riley's definitely going to have to tool up and put some nice pieces around Giannis and Bam, especially with that chart Tyler Herro showed on his IG story. Bam and Giannis is some of the worst mid-range shooters right now. Damn, that boy don't want to see Bam live a little bit. That Miami Heat culture is definitely going to have an interesting clash with Giannis culture. You guys definitely hit up the links in the description below. Check out my NBA True Story playlist for more segments like this. And until next time, you fellas stay safe. Peace.